briefly, Mum and Dad, that's my project. It's all about how to help parents to help kids do sport. Without our parents, it doesn't really happen for us, does it?
That's right. I mean, in one way, that's where it all starts, doesn't it? And, you know, you get that sense when you're going out for the Olympic final and, you know, you're full of all that excitement, all those nerves, or a little bit of fear as well, if we're honest.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you think, you know, it's not just you, it's so many people have helped you get to this place, and it all starts with Mum and Dad.
Absolutely. How amazing have Mum and Dad been?
I mean, they've helped me through everything, like when I'm down and stuff and feeling low about training and stuff, they've always picked me up and pushed me on even more further, and it's just made me a better person.
You talk about parents, and obviously all sport at this level is very, very expensive. Without Mum and Dad, these things don't happen, do they?
No, definitely not. My mum and my dad have been very helpful. Without Bank of Mum and Dad, I wouldn't be where I am. So.
Even in the past years, just driving us to competitions, everything, all the support from parents.
Feeding you, picking you up when you don't have a good day.
Exactly, all of it has got us to where we are now.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.
No worries.
And
Cheers.
good luck.
She's everything. Yeah, brilliant.
Well, we were chatting earlier and you said that Mum isn't just the person that drives you and feeds you, she's also your manager, so it plays a huge part in your life.
Yeah, Mum and Dad, I think Mum manages me. Mum and Dad have always given up a lot of their time when I was very, very young, taking me to football games, and we used to travel to Reading, and we live in Kent, and Cobham for Chelsea, so they've been there for me, and they are a big part of what I do, and without them I wouldn't have done anything.
Now, Mum and Dad have obviously been hugely supportive to you, but particularly Dad because he's an ex-athlete and he's sort of managed your programme from when you were very young.
Yeah, so my dad has been like really supportive, obviously he's my coach as well, so he's always been there from day one, and my mum was there helping to support and yeah, getting everything ready.
Sports Aid, I was going to ask you about how Mum and Dad have helped you with sport. That's my project, which is preparing for sport. Oh, right, yeah. How important were Mum and Dad as well in the early days?
Oh, I can't put a price on it. I mean, they're there. I mean, obviously, when I was training, I was a bit more grown up, so I wasn't living at home, but they were always at the end of the phone, always there to pick you up when you're down, help you out financially when you're struggling. And when it all's over and the dust has settled, they're still your mum and dad, they're still there to look after you, and you know, you might not be the most successful person in your family anymore, but they still think you're great. So, you know, you cannot put a price on what your parents do for you as an athlete.
Derek, funny to meet you here.
Yes, fancy meeting you here as well, yeah. You are?
Parents have, especially my dad, has been a massive part of my career. And you might not know this, but I have a daughter who's got a Sports Aid grant. Funny enough, you have the same daughter as well. So yes, it's obviously big deal for me with my old man, with what he'd done for me over the years. So with the help of like Sports Aid, parents, we all need help, and all these youngsters need help and as much support as they can get to hopefully achieve as good, if not better, things than what we achieved in the world of sport.
Absolutely.
Mum and Dad are brilliant, and I was really lucky. They were so supportive, that, as you say, taxiing you around, but more than just, you know, being the chauffeur, it was about that support at the end of a race, win or lose, someone's there for you. You know, I saw other athletes in my sport whose parents weren't there, and yeah, you don't need to have them there when you're 21, 22 years old, but it's lovely to have someone there who's happy for you, whatever the result, and is always going to be there for you. So yeah, parents are just, yeah, I couldn't have done it without my parents, that's for sure.
Talk to me about Mum and Dad, because I know that they were huge supporters of yours.
Yeah, well, the bank of Mum and Dad is always there. Followed me to the competitions they could afford to go to. Obviously, couldn't always afford to travel the world. Sometimes we have Olympics in crazy places, Beijing and Sydney and things like that. But yeah, so always there, and they're a real support network. So when Sports Aid can support the people that are supporting you, that's good too.
Yeah, and feeding you and driving you everywhere and all the things that go with it. I remember the first people that you thank when you win those medals are Mum and Dad.
Yeah, thank Mum and Dad, and you thank those close people, don't you? And usually, you know, I don't know, like for me it was around the corner or business that gave me the same sort of thing as Sports Aid, that few quid that helped you keep going.
Mum and Dad are really super important as well, aren't they? Because without those introductions and without supporting their youngsters, it's tougher.
Of course, I mean, grassroots football is of vital importance, and any money that goes to sport is in my opinion, money well spent, because young people, of course, need this type of backing, and I'm looking forward to meeting or seeing the finalists tonight and wishing them luck in their future careers.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank you. But it's just extraordinary facility. Now, this new thing they built. My project is all about mum and dad and how important they are as well to young talent.
Huge, huge. I think it's one of these things that we don't appreciate it when you get older. I think it's one of these things that someone always once said to me, you can't put a 40-year-old head on a 20-year-old's shoulders, and when you're 17, 15, you just expect things to happen. And of course, I think the biggest support network behind you is your family. And as you grow up, and I say at every event I go to, I owe all of this to my mother.
I don't want to put anyone in an awkward position, so thank you. My project is it's about trying to, I guess, thank mum and dad, but also help them to look for the right courses and the right answers to bring youngsters through as well. And without them, young talent doesn't really get going, does it?
No, it doesn't, especially in sports like yours, where swimming really is mum and dad getting you up early in the morning and taking you to the pool. It's not particularly glamorous, is it, when you're young? And the same in my sport of athletics and most sports. The support of your parents is crucial, and if you can help parents be better educated and also help them understand what it's like and give them assistance, it's got to be a good thing, and obviously it's all about the athlete.
Thank you. Have a lovely night.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Lovely to see you again.